Hello everyone, welcome back to the another session organized by BISP Solutions on Oracle Tax Reporting Cloud Service, that is our TRCS. So in our previous sessions we have actually discussed about what is TRCS, creation of the application, what are all the cards in the application and the different dimensions. We explored the basis of dimension in the last class and what is it, when to use, how to edit. So in today's session, we are going to go deeper into loading of metadata with different ways. So let's start our session with a simple question that we are going to work on, that what is metadata. So here the metadata simply means that data about data. Meaning in TRCS, the metadata defines the structure of your application such as the dimension, member, hierarchy, alias and properties. It tells the system how to interpret and organize the financial and tax information. Uh, the use of metadata there are different use of metadata. For example, framework. It provides the backbone of the application, like for example accounts, entities, jurisdiction, etc. It helps us with the consistency, ensuring the standardization across all reports, and help us with the automation that drives the rules consolidation and calculation. Then is very flexible, that we can say that help us enables easy update to our business structures. Then gives us a wide clarity that help users quickly understand that what a member represent or what a number represent. You can say that think it of a library, the book of your data. uh, that is that the book are your data. The catalog information is the member metadata. A catalog, you can say, for example, in a book there is a title, author, subject, category, location and different pages, different chapters, units. You can say it like that. So without the catalog, or the catalog here we are referring to the metadata, the book are just a random piles. You can't find or use them properly. Metadata organizes books so you can quickly locate the exact one you need. Similarly in TRCS, uh, the data we can say is that we have taken an old example that was of 50,000 like tax expense. So the tax expense here we can say that data equals tax expense, that is 50,000. Metadata is that here is that the entity is from the entity is India, period is that FY 2025, and account is current tax or the tax expense. Scenario is actual and the amount is 50,000. So here we are actually having all the data, that where it is from and from which year, for which period, from which organization and which subsidiary or under uh, which actually point. So in TRCS, an application is a core container that holds all your financial and tax data. So when you create an application, it is empty. To make it usable, you need to load metadata. Basic information about basically the information about dimensions, members, hierarchy and properties. Think metadata like the blueprint of your tax reporting system. Like you have to actually follow the whole structure or it will fail. Without it, you only have the shell. So the metadata defines what kind of data you can store. For example, the dimension only has India and USA, then you can't store UK data until you add the UK member. As we have talked in previous class in dimension. So there are different ways to load metadata. So these are the ways. One is the flatline import, that is through CSV and Excel. The smart view or the Excel integration, that is done through Excel itself. The data management or integration tool, that is done from the application itself. So we are gonna actually understand that first of all, and what is flat file import. Here the admin can prepare the metadata in Excel or CSV and can upload it directly to the application. For example, if I have created a CSV for accounts with members like profit loss and deferred tax, I can upload it through Excel file. This is actually a wide area, so we are gonna understand it at the last. we are firstly going to start with the smart view, that is the Excel, as it is basically everyone knows Excel, so they can actually cope with. So in smart view or the Excel integration, users can connect TRCS to Excel via smart view, directly edit and push metadata updates, which is easier for business user who prefer Excel. So here we are gonna take an example. Here is our spreadsheet. Here's the smart view. This is the smart view through which we can actually push or pull the data from the application. So to connect it, first you need to go to panel. This is the panel that will open. You can actually open it in a full view. Then you have to actually click on private connections. Shared connection asks from that you are sharing it with another person, so that you both can actually work on it. Then under this bottom or drop down, you can see the create a new connection, smart view. Then we need a URL. So for a URL, what you have to do is you have to go at on your application. Here it is, EPM default cloud admin, and in password you have to paste your password, that is alright. So under this program you can actually access this. So the connect, we need to connect our Excel to the Excel to our application. So we will take the URL from https till Hyperion Planning / we are gonna copy it, when we are gonna take it to Excel sheet. So in here the URL, you can go to the Excel sheet. Then after pasting it, you have to add smart view at the end to connect it, that is smart view. Then you will click next. So unable to connect to the provider, that means that we can try it that the in small. Sometimes in smart view you have to keep your S capital or S small, or V capital or V small, or both small, both capital, or one capital one small. So you have to look out for that. Then we will go here, we will paste our password, that is, then we will go and take our username. We did not found. Okay, so we have connected to our servers. So you will actually click on the plus sign, that will open the drop down menu. Then under the drop down you can see that there is a EPM EPM application. Then you have to click the plus sign to get a new drop down. Then we will select a TRCS. Then here we are actually we have to name it and add the description. So I'm actually training you all with this, so I'm gonna name it TRCS training. And finish. Here you can see that already I have created a file with the TRCS name. Now it is connected to my application, which is right here. So on library, we are gonna go to book data. All the things that we are gonna do is related under this book data or any other sheet that you want to edit. So under this we are gonna go and click on ad hoc, select the console and let it load. So this is what our POV is. These are all the dimensions that we have talked about in the previous class. So if you don't get this during this you can't ad hoc, when you click the ad hoc analysis, then you can just go to the options, just selections. Okay, here there in an updated version you will here have an option actually icon. You can go on the option and you can actually click on that to remove the suppress cell, remove the missing cells. So then it will load after you refresh. Here so now we have to select each scenario, each dimension, that on which dimension we need to actually put the data. So if we will start with the scenario, that is scenario we're going to take actual. After selecting it, we have to go on this, that to add to this section, and we are going to say okay, and then we will select here actual. Then we have a view. You can either drop down from here or you can go at the member selection. Here you can see the member selection. Then we will have it in a periodic manner. Okay, then the currency will be our entity currency. Periodic. Then the consolidation, here we will choose, that will be the entity input. We can even remove the consolidation from right here. Then it will automatically put our entity input. Like for if we have here the data source, we can go on it, total data source. Okay, so here I would like to explain you that under this total data source, here the managed data is when we are using for data management. Alright, and supplemental in case of supplemental data. And when we are actually talking about the data input which we are going to use, so it refers to any other data like from cloud data feeding or Excel data. So we are going to use data input. So we are going to do this. As there is already data source, so when you will upload it, data source isn't changed. You have to select the data input. But if you remove it from right here, it will be the only remaining input that we have put here under this, so it will automatically change to this. Then we have gonna go to the movement, total movement, trial balance, close. Then we will change here the trial balance, close. Then here is jurisdiction, no jurisdiction. We will change it. We have to do it actually one by one. No intercompany. Multi-cap will be our local cap, that will be we will be selecting. Then we have year right here, member selection. We will take the FY 2020. Then we have period right here, then we will choose the period, that will be P12. Okay, so actually here you have seen what I have done. Actually I have selected this, but instead of actually putting it right in this section, I pressed OK, so it created an error. Okay, then okay, here we have got the P12. Then as we have set all the things, we will switch to our accounts. We double click the accounts, then all the accounts, all the actually forms under accounts have opened right here. So I only want the balance sheet, so here I will select the balance sheet, and here I will click keep only. So now I only have balance sheet. Now I will click to entity. See, here you can see the entities. You can even refresh it so that it can go back after selecting the entity. We have member selection under entity, total geography, North America, and we are going to do it for operations. North America operations. We are going to refresh it. See, now under balance sheet, we are going to go to the member selection. Oh, my bad. we're gonna actually remove these ones. And I will let it refresh itself. Alright, so now I will click on balance sheet. See, here it has actually created two different, so I will remove this one. I will choose and I will refresh it. Entity, total geography, operations. You can even choose two at once if you need to put it. So we need only operations. Okay. See, it has opened us that total asset. Now on what we have to work? So like I need to work on asset. So I will just double click on assets, then on current assets. Then I need to work on the cash and short-term investment. Then I will double click on this. See, here you can see that there are actually that the here these are the blocks that there are missing, actually missing values right here. So we are gonna just take this keep only, as we are gonna only work on these cash and short-term investment right now. So as you see that you can't put the data here, that means there is a change in the data sheet. So I will go back to our this balance sheet input, then I will go here, then under the dimensions, under account there is balance sheet. What we were doing for is current asset. Under current asset we were doing it for short term. See, store only. If it's actually not showing, you can actually edit that data storage. So it's it's actually tagged like never share, so it's actually it isn't actually let you put the data right here. Like I have put the data right here. This is 19,000. Then I can put okay. So from right here, actually I'm not getting the option for, I can select the member again. Okay, so here you can see that the year has actually removed, and I was thinking that it was a mistake, but not. So here we have taken period, here we have taken the scenario, the entity, everything, but the year that we have put actually has actually faded away and is missing from right here. That was that we have we have taken 2019 2020. So we will take it again, put it back here and remove this here, and then we will press OK and we will refresh it. See, these cells are now open to fill the data. I will zoom it for you. Here you can see these cells are ready to be edited, that I can put the values right here. So like this, if you need for any other actually period or any other year, you can just copy paste this box right here, then you can refresh it. When you refresh it, see, you can see FY 2022. We can change the period right here. Instead of P12, we will just take it back and we will put P6 and OK. Then we will refresh it. See, it doesn't change. So under the checking bank account, we can actually have a value 10,000. We can have here 20,000. Then we can have here 30,000. Same here, we can have 1,000. here we can have 2000, and here we can have 3000. So as I have put all the data right here that I needed in my sheet, so after this I will go and click on submit data. It's gonna take some time to load it into our actual application. See, the loading time has just ended, so we can go right here on the home screen. Then in the library, under library, you have to go to the balance sheet by source. Then remember that what you have put right here and these dimensions, because according to it this is gonna open the data. For example, we have the data input for year 20 P12. Rather than distribution, it was for operations. The consolidation was entity input. The jurisdiction was no jurisdiction. Multi-cap was local gap. Currency was entity currency. Scenario was actual. So now we should have the data in our asset. See, all the data are in current asset. So before going in the depth, I will tell you how that 1,50,000 is coming. These all the things that are right, the data all we have put here. These are all the childrens that from USBNK, checking account, treasury. These are all childrens of cash and short-term investment. And the cash and short-term investment have a storage of dynamic cal that we have talked in our dimension class, that actually rolls over all the data values to its parent. So here the parent have all the values of this is 10,000 plus 20,000 plus 30,000, adding it plus 40 and plus 50, that will put us that will give us the sum 1,50,000. So when you will here click on this drop down, cash and cash equivalent, here you can see the data. This is the data. Under the checking account we have 10,000, and the treasury account we have 20,000, in our checking account we have 30,000, and the cash account we have 40,000, and the short-term investment we have 50,000. So all the data that has been that is here has been rolled over to the parent, that was cash and short-term investment, and that has a total of all these all from this 10,000 to 50,000. Now we have also taken the data of P6. So here we will go on P6. See, 15,000 under the current assets, cash and short-term investment, and we will go there, scroll up, you can see here the data inputs was 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So under this SmartView and Excel integration, this is one of the way to load your data in it. You can also use it to edit or add extra data, or even adjust the data itself. Now we will be moving on to a next way of loading the metadata, that is data management or the integration of tools. Here, before we started, let me actually tell you about this a little bit. So the data management or the integration tool are for large organizations from where the metadata comes from, like ERP. Here we can take example of Oracle ERP or the SAP. It is an automated integration ensuring the metadata is always updated. And there are different integration steps too. Before loading the data, we first define how the system should understand the incoming file. That is called the integration setup. So we will actually go to our application. Here we will go to home. Before starting, let me give you a definition and the meaning of that what we are going to work on. So we will go to data management from the navigation. Alright, So our work actually starts from the setup. Under setup, the integration setup, that is our import format. So under the integration setup, as we have talked about that what is integration setup, under this import format, you can think it as a blueprint of the EPM cloud. Which column in your source file represent that we are going to set is that in which column your source file will be represented, that can be your account, in which column the entity will be represented, which column is amount, and different things you can see right here below. Then we have our location. Here the location is like a container or environment that combines the import and the import format and other settings. It tells the system that for data coming from the source, use this format and these rules. So here we can set a rule. We will be actually doing a practical with it. So for example, you may have one location for India sales data and another for US sales data, even though both are ultimately loaded into TRCS itself. Then after this, we actually go to the workflow. Then we will go to the data load mapping. Once the setup is done through the import format and location. So here the data load workbench, this is the workspace where you can see the loaded data before it is pushed into the application. You can check whether the data looks correct, drill down into rows and validate itself. You can check whether data is actually it's actually missing any columns or rows or any missing block or any other that has been repeated. Once we have done it, we can go to the data rule. Here the data rule refers to a set of instruction that tells the system how to load data from a specific location into the TRCS. So you can schedule or run these data through jobs or EPM automate. We're gonna study the job and EPM automate in further sessions. And then after that, data load work mapping. This actually shows that till what point we have actually loaded the data. So let's start with it. Let's start with the example. Under this, we have our before starting with it, let's see our metadata. This is what our metadata looks like. This is what our metadata looks like. It's a vast data that has to be feeded actually that has to be feeded in the application. So as you can see here, this is all the data. See, we have actually this is generated by the system itself. So from here to here till actually here the profit before tax, all is given by calculated by system. So we have to and others we have to actually add, like revenue domestic, warranties, international, intra-EU, deduction services, etc. These are all metadata. Then you have the balance sheet right here. This is actually to be created by the application or the entity or the actually our client that who are giving us. We have otherwise we have this format till the base PTBI. Alright, so rather than actually uploading this huge data, we will actually take it as a few. Delete it, delete the row. We are just going to start with today, that is account, parent, alias, and here the data storage. So we will delete all the other things, for example till here rates. This will actually help you ease your workload, so that's why I'm taking it from here. That's why we can take it as whole itself. So here we will delete the entire row and we will take here till the revenue miscellaneous. Alright, so we are just gonna take all the revenue. We will delete the entire row. You can actually have I can actually do it with all the data, but I will do it in a different format. So here we have, it's actually, we can save it first of all from file, save as, computer, under desktop I will save as md, that will be underscore TRCS. Alright, this is our file name, and always this Excel sheet will be actually saved in CSV comma delimited. We will save it. Okay, I will be using this format. Now as we have completed already this, you can also save this if you further need it to work on. As I don't need it right now, it was just an example to show you, I'm gonna don't save it. So here we have our sheet. We'll just don't save. So we have here a MD TRCS. We will open both the data sheets. Here we have wait a second, actually did I save the wrong one? We can go again to this one. Alright, see if you can just give me a second, as I have deleted the wrong saved the wrong sheet actually. We will till this, we will delete it, entire row, then from the revenue section, from down here till here we will delete it. Now we have the data that we need. Now we don't need this revenue flow average, this we have it. So now we have our alias, we have our account, we have our parent, we have our data storage. Alright, on the file we have actually clicked on save as, so now it's actually saved as. It is saved. We will once again save this as CSV. I just have saved this right now so that I can see that it was actually saved in save. It's actually telling me the error that saved it, but I have saved it. Close. Alright, so it's fine. Now we will go on our application. Under the application we are gonna go to our class, home page, that is this, then to the application, and under the data exchange, and as it is loaded we will go to the actions icon, where what we have here, to the applications. Here we're gonna add a data source. Here actually I have already created a data source with the name of actually max TRCS. So let's take, if I put OK, if I click OK, it has actually generated another one. see here, it is max TRCS right here. So we have a max TRCS data source, and then we can create dimensions from here. See dimensions. We already have a dimensions that I have already created it, but you can create it from here. The application TRCS prefix will be max TRCS. And we will click the OK. See, max TRCS. Okay, so now actually I'm gonna go, let me actually remove this extra one. That will help you in understanding it better, as there are two different. If you need to delete anything, you have to delete it one by one. Alright, so we have here our max TRCS. So as we have already created our data source and our dimensions, then we will go here and I'm gonna click on data management. Under data management, I'm gonna go on setup, and as we have discussed the procedure itself, this integration setup procedure, we will go to import format. Under import format, we are gonna add okay, so we are gonna name our file TRCS underscore training. Right. So we are gonna determine a source. We will reset it and search again. We have TRCS max. Then we have to determine a target, that is a dimension. So we will reset it and search. We have max TRCS account, as the data is for account. Then OK. Here the file type is our here the file type was delimited all data type, and then we will save it. Now in this you can see there are 5 options, but if you need more options, you can just go on to the application. Under the application to actions, navigate to under data integration. In application, you choose data integration. Under data integration, go to actions. Under actions, you can choose the application, then choose the TRCS account. Here you can see that I have actually selected only 4 types. Here I have taken the parent, alias, data storage and account. So if you have selected all these 4, you can see only all 4 of these, and if you have you have to actually give them a data table column name also. See here the parent is the entity, and I have given the data storage that UD1, you have UD2, UD3, UD4. So for your knowledge, if I can add one also actions under here. If I need what is an account type, then I can add here UD11. I can save it. I will go to the EPM cloud. I will refresh it just by changing. You can see here that there is an account type. Either you can actually remove it, or I'm gonna tell you what is the actually another way to actually have that data, or to actually put the data with all the fields attached to it. So I will remove my data from my, I will put the save. Right. Then here we will refresh it again, and then you can see that it's removed from here. Alright, so what was it? Here we have our data in this file. We will open it up. You can see that here we have the parent. This is the archives. So actually the file is bugging due to some feature. We will take this one instead. This is the parent, the child alias, let's start with it. So we have our account number in 1. We're gonna take here, we are gonna copy the account source column is our account, then we have our alias, we have our alias in our third column, and we will take the third column right here. You have to actually remember that you have to go one by one right here, as sometimes when you save it, it can give you an error that it's not actually the data is not here. Then we are going to do for the parent, that is the second one. We are going to copy it, we are going to save it. Then for the data storage, we don't have the data storage, so we are going to repeat a number, that will be, we can repeat a 1. Then we can copy the data storage, Control V, we will save it. So remember that this file was in comma delimited, so it's in comma delimited. We can go to the properties and see it. CSV, it's Excel comma separated value file, so we are going to transform it. CSV comma delimited, and we are going to save it on the desktop. Okay, so now this is the delimited one on the desktop. Now we will go back to our EPM right here. We have actually put all the data in the import format and the mapping. Now we will go to our location. Here when I add one, here the name will we will take it for TRCS. This will be data metadata, that will be MD. Here we will search the import format, reset, search. We have TRCS training that we have created in import format. Now we will save it. You can see that here is the TRCS MD. Then we will go to the workflow. The next step will be under the data load, the data load mapping. From here we will go to the location that we have added. We will reset it, search. Here we have TRCS MD. Then for the period, this we can take is from an actual. We have actually set that the mapping. Now under account, we will go on the like. We will add it same. We are gonna add the star, the source value star, target value star. The rule name, we have to actually name each rule differently under it. We are going to save it under alias, add, it will be star, and star, the rule name will be AD1, saving. Under data, you don't have to actually do under data, but we can go to the data storage. Okay, so under data storage, I think that I will be removing the data storage from here, as I'm going to explain you this under in actually the multi-period and the multi-column. data loading, that is the additional data. So now I will just data mapping, data rule. See, I have actually removed. Then I will come to the parent. Then here on the parent, go to like, add the source value. Here will be star star and the rule name will be p1. I will save it. So now our data load mapping is ready. I will go to data rule, add. Here I will name the file, that will be md_1. Category is actual. Import format is TRCS training, and I have to select a file, so I will select it. So I can upload to through right here, choose a file under desktop. I have trial dm1. Okay, select, choose, then I can save it here. Then after saving, I will execute it from right here. That it will be from the import source. It will export to its target and for period P12 to P24. That then we are gonna run it. So I have submitted it. So under of the data log workbench, now you can see these fishes. When you get the 4 fishes, that means the data is successfully actually loaded. If you get 3 fishes, then it's certainly that at some point you have actually missed a step. See, all the data that we have selected, it is right here. Now we will go to the process. Here you can see the process. I have run this this one, the TRCS MD. I have run the process, that was the process ID was 69, and it is the status is successful. And if you want to see the logs, you can if there is any error, you can see the logs itself. Here are the logs, that how it has actually loaded the data. If there would be any error, it will show us right here under these packets. So this is the step that we are that we have done it through the data integration. Now before moving further, we will actually know a few things so that we can actually prepare for the next class. As the next way of loading the metadata, we can do it right now as we don't have the time. So let's study it in a way that meaning under these, what are the terminologies, how it works, what are the things. So it is through the actually done through different possible. Under that flatline word, we have different ways too. For example, it can be done through jobs, it can be done through EPM. So let's start with the EPM. So here the EPM refers to EPM Automate, that is a command line tool that allows administrators to automate the repetitive tasks like metadata loading, data exports or backup. And as for the jobs are the predefined system processes in the EPM cloud that execute specific tasks such as metadata loading and refreshing the cube or importing the data. So under these, we are going to load the data. So we are gonna study it in tomorrow's session, as this thing is gonna take us half an hour to 1 hour to study and train the practical. So today we have actually let's get to the summary. That today we have actually learned about the ways of loading the metadata through the SmartView and Excel integration, through data management or the integration tool. We have learned about what is metadata. We have summarized a bit of the dimensions under while we were working under SmartView. And in tomorrow's session, we are going to start with the data loading through the flat file import. That will be through our overview under the application and through the jobs. So in today's class, I would like to end today's class right here. So thank you for joining with me today on this session, and we will meet tomorrow with actually new data and new theories to studies and a new way of practicing it. Thank you.